What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts? Happy New Year to you. This is the first episode of the new year, and we are balling, shot calling, and thriving. Hope your Christmas was lit. Hope your New Year's is great. Wishing everybody love, peace, and a helpful servant of chicken grease in this coming year. I'm your host, Dominique Smith. Speaking of ballers and shot callers, today I have one that resides in the great city of Gainesville, the city of champions. Yes, those Florida Gators, that little chomp that they be doing, that's where she's from, and that's what she was a part. She is a baller, a shot caller, a play caller, prime time before he was prime time, jumping to new heights, jumping really far, further than the people listening to this. But listen, don't hate. It's okay. She's just that much better than you and better than the competition. And she is poised for a big season this year. She is none other than the legend that is Claire Bryant. Claire, what's going on, fam? How you doing?
Hello, hello. I'm doing well. Yeah, how are you?
You know what? We're alive. We're here. We're here. That's it, man. So I usually ask, I've been asking this, and so I'm gonna ask what I would ask for the Christmas segment. And in all fairness, I haven't come up with a good New Year's one yet. And the Christmas one is pretty lit. So we're just gonna
Okay.
roll with it. So let's just say, Food Network and Yankee Candle, they've been really watching the Gators and specifically the Gators track team and stuff. So they said, there's this first team All-American. Her name is Claire Bryant, and she jumps really, really far, and she jumps really, really high, and it's athletically something that we cannot conceive because we're not athletes. And so we need to create a custom holiday promotion to celebrate her awesomeness. So, and I guess New Year's is still part of holiday. So yeah, this does fit into the theme. So we need to do this to celebrate her amazingness and just to know that she is a certified baller. So we're going to do two things for her. We are going three things actually, because Ben and Jerry got on the call and they were like, yo, how y'all going to do this without calling us? And so it's like, okay, cool. So Food Network said, we just wrapped up Holiday Baking Championships and we got too many. We can't flip it that fast. So we're going to do something even better. We want her to create a custom burger or custom pizza, or if there is just a dish, she's like, I got to have it. You have to make this. We want her to let us know we're going to put it on every menu in America. We're going to have the mayor of Flavortown endorse this thing. So that's what Food Network wants. Yankee Candle goes, everybody loves a nice scented candle. So, especially around the holidays. So, Yankee Candle said, we need her to give us the scent or multiple scents that she wants. And Home Goods is just going to be popping. It's just we're going to put it out there. We're putting all in Home Goods in the front, in the back, in the corner. Once you go check out, it's going to be right there looking at you. Say, buy me. So that is what Yankee Candle's going to do for you. And Ben and Jerry's like, yo, we make promotions and ice cream out of everything. On Dirt Day, we got some Milk Track ice cream, Moose Track ice cream, just to shout out to the Dirt. We do everything. So they want to know a custom holiday ice cream. So I need the meal, the candle, and the ice cream. That's what we need.
Okay. I can do this. I love Food Network. That's
Okay.
what I grew up watching. Like
Hey.
I would come home and watch that. Like I watched Disney Channel some, but it was like, okay, let's go. Okay. For a burger, okay, I think it has to have like some sort of specialty bun. And if you don't toast the bun, like don't even serve it. Okay.
Just stop.
Because
Yeah.
if
What
it's
y'all
not
doing?
serving, yeah, stop while you're ahead. Some kind of like okay, I would put caramelized onions on it. I love
Yes.
caramelized onions. So I'd do like
Yes.
burger and then maybe some kind of like white cheese, nothing too crazy. Um melted. I do not like not melted cheese. Okay.
I same here.
And then caramelized onions. So that kind of brings like a sweetness. And then maybe like if they could bring in some kind of herb aioli, like and kind of like I really like aiolis, which is really just fancy mayo. Like I don't know why they call it aioli, but
Money.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'd have them do like a totally okay, I'd have them do like a totally different one where they do like have you ever had like a brie fig jam like sandwich?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Listen, I
You need okay, well I'll make this for you then.
I
I would
got
have
you.
them do like some kind of burger, like the burger meat, and then brie fig jam arugula, maybe like a brioche bun or like a French baguette bun. I think that's what I would do. It's
Dang.
really good. I really like cooking too. I
Oh,
like cooking
listen.
and
80% of the show is talking about food. And so usually it's me hating on the guest food, but Claire's from the South. So I just have a feeling we're gonna agree on two or three
no,
things,
I
even
think
though, brie cheese, I don't know about that brie. I don't
okay,
know. It's
maybe
too
you haven't had it in the right way.
that's very fair. Um Caramelized onions, I'm with that. I think that is an underrated and underutilized tool in the toolbox of the onion family that is not given the attention that it deserves. Um, okay. Arugula adds a bitterness, and if you have all the
I know
sweetness
it is
on
kind
you,
of bitter.
yeah, but you need that to balance everything out. I would
Hmm.
love that. And naturally on the French bun, I mean that would be a French baguette. I'm with that. I would like that on a pretzel bun. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um,
Okay, all right.
and
We
yes,
can make adjustments.
toast your buns. Like stop doing this crap. Like toast them. Put them in, and if you can't toast them, then find somebody else that knows how to. Like that don't make no darn sense.
Exactly.
All right, what are we doing about
Exactly.
this? What are we doing about this candle?
Okay. My major complaint with candles is that they're too sweet or they only have like one note, and
Okay.
I don't really like that.
Okay.
But my favorite, this is gonna sound bougie, but my favorite perfume is by Joe Malone, and it's Velvet Rose and Oud, and it's kind of
Ooh.
like a darker. I can't talk right. I can't talk right now. That's my sister. But I would do like a deeper, like I don't know if I want to say the word sultry, but a little bit like that. Like I would want to do like I just don't like sweet smelling or food smelling candles. Like when I'm eating, I want to eat. When I'm smelling a candle, I want it to be like clean or like have some depth to it.
Well, I had
So
to
I
look up
would
what sultry means, just to make sure. Um, so a hot, ooh, that's okay. A hot and humid can. There's some interesting definitions for that word that I can't repeat
okay, I don't
on this show.
I'm nervous.
Oh yeah, I can't. I'll tell you off
It
camera,
kind of like
but you, but I can't repeat this.
okay, okay,
So,
okay.
so
I mean more just like I don't want to smell like a when I light a candle, I don't want it to smell like a cinnamon roll.
that's so
Like
you
I want
hate.
it to smell like cleaner or like something interesting. Like sometimes I like the male smelling candles more. Like when it says like cedar and whatever.
So here's what we need to do. Okay, like pine and myrrh and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I saw one of those candles the other day. I was like, "Oh, this smells like cologne. Like, let me hold this. Like, I like this and stuff. I light it after. See, I need the I like the scented stuff. People have come on here and they said coffee candles. I'm not. You see, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
I think it's demonic. Um, so I just can't imagine sniffing that all the time. I think you would need a Febreze candle. Um, like if Febreze or like those Lysol sprays, like if they made a candle, I think that should,
Maybe.
yeah, like
Maybe. That might be it, honestly.
that boo boo resistant ocean spray.
I could go for an ocean spray. Yeah.
Yeah, smelling like a oh god, like a dryer sheet, or something like that. So
I'm actually
yeah, I'm with that. All right, what we're doing about the ice cream?
oh gosh. Well, mm, I really like anything vanilla based with like
Yes.
chocolate or something add-ins.
Okay.
Um, that's like my thing. Um, okay, I know you said Ben and Jerry's, but Baskin Robbins
Okay, we can do Baskin Robbins
made
because Baskin
Baskin
Robbins,
Robbins.
yes, they're saying they're struggling and we need somebody to revive us. So yes.
Exactly. They had a whole rebrand. Um,
Okay.
and part of this rebrand, I need them to bring back a flavor that they discontinued,
Okay.
called Mom's Making Cookies. So it's vanilla base,
I've heard of that.
and then it. Have you ever like made cookies before? Have you ever
I
made
did.
cookies before?
Yeah, I did
Okay.
yesterday. Didn't go
Oh,
well, but shout out to Betty
okay. Well,
Crocker.
part of the process is when you put like the sugar or brown sugar and the eggs together and you mix it, and it has that kind of like weird gritty like batter
Yes.
consistency. Think of like not the raw egg part, but like ribbons of that in this vanilla ice cream. And then so it's like a little bit of texture of like just sweetness basically. And then mixed in as well is like pieces of cookie.
Ooh,
And it is so good.
why did they
Like I've
discontinue
never
that?
bought a pint. I know I've never bought a pint of ice cream from Baskin Robbins before, except for this flavor because it was so good.
That sounds good. Baskin, what y'all doing? Like, why would you
I know
discontinue that?
they need my help.
Okay,
Goodness.
I have a question though. How do
Okay.
you make cookies soft? Because I baked some um last night, and if I hit you with it, it would be like getting hit with a shot put. That's how hard they were. Like
What
you
was your hmm, what was your oven at? 350?
325.
Okay. I think you just overcooked them. I think you should, pro tip, I think everyone should take out their cookies like when the middle still looks raw, and then you drop them on the counter. Like you drop them from like a foot high and it flattens the cookie down, and then they continue baking on the sheet. So like let them stay there for a couple minutes. And that's like how you let them cook. So cook like take them out when they're raw, when the middle's raw, and then let them bake on the sheet.
I was so devastated, man, because I used that we used that Irish butter, that Kerrygold butter.
Oh, Kerrygold.
Yeah, Kerrygold, I need a favor. I need you to sponsor this show for real. And then let's get Sister Claire NIL deal.
I
Um,
would love an NIL deal with butter.
yes, just I don't even know what they would have you do, but you'd be taking selfies with butter, and that's okay.
I would.
Just roll into Publix and find you the unsalted or salted brand, and then just that's what I would do. I don't know the
I would do
nutritional
that.
benefit.
I would do that.
The only thing you cannot make Kerrygold butter with is eggs. Um, because
Really?
if you like sweet eggs, then you
Yeah,
would
yeah, true.
love Kerrygold butter. But other than that,
Hmm.
nah, I use it for everything. I pan like I'll sometimes I try to use olive oil because of health, but if
Yeah.
I'm making chicken, pan frying some chicken or pan searing some chicken, or browning chicken, then I'll use that, and it's just mm,
It's so much better, yeah.
it's different. We will get back to food. Don't even worry about it. Claire and I, we have something in common. We haven't eaten breakfast yet, so this is going to be fun.
Right.
So that means it's more authentic because you're talking out of hunger and passion instead
This is true.
of like, man, why did I eat that?
Right.
But nah, Claire, for those who do not know about Claire, she's a real one. And all you have to do is watch her compete to see that. She ran through Houston. I've been to Houston. I'm gonna get to that too. That city too doggone big, man. Jeez. Um, And so that's more impressive that you beat everybody like they stole something in the high school scene. And then obviously you were able to take that to UF first team All-American, and you guys have like this stupid squad. Naturally, my phone just rang. I don't know. So for everybody who heard the dinging sound, I don't know how to edit that out. And so my sincere apologies to the people who need to stop texting me while I'm doing this interview. But I don't know. You guys have like this super squad, and you are like a huge reason they don't win. Y'all don't win a national championship if you don't ball out in the event. And you were able to put that together, and you're poised for even more greatness. How have you been able to carry the momentum from last season into this off season, heading into this next season?
I think like our whole team, and I think it trickles down from the coaches, it's to like kind of stay hungry. Like we don't really dwell a whole lot on those wins. Like Coach Holloway always says, like, no one can take those from you. Like you won, like they're yours. Like y'all, have the rings to show it. No one can take those from you. But at the end of the day, like we have to keep moving forward. So I think like obviously like celebrating, being really proud of ourselves for what we accomplished, but also looking forward where it's like, well, like the indoor and outdoor, championships, it's like up for grabs. Like anyone can get it. Anyone that's at the meet can get it.
Yeah.
So I think kind of keeping that kind of mentality, and also like everybody works at Florida, like even the superstars, like I feel like sometimes superstars or people that have won or gotten are really good, our whole team's really good, but they kind of get let off the hook for certain stuff. But I don't think that's the case. Like that's not the case at Florida. Like those people are pushing other people to work even harder. It's not where it's like, oh, well, like, well, they won this, so like they don't really have to do this workout that hard. It's like, no, they'll be at the front of the pack, or jumping, whatever. So I think just kind of not dwelling on the win, like being happy for, how it went, but then being like this fall and off season is really important for the next season. Like winning last year doesn't, I mean, maybe mentally, but it doesn't prepare you for winning the 2023 one like this fall does. So I think kind of just like remembering the work that gets put in um, is how you kind of prepare best for stuff.
Yeah. Listen, I had way back when I had Jasmine Moore on here, and she talked about how hard you guys push each other to greatness.
Yes.
So Holloway's not gonna put up with no slackers. Like what we doing here? There's too much at stake. You personally, you compete in one of the toughest events in track and field, and I don't think the long jump gets the respect for how like tough it is. Just like field
Right.
events doesn't get the respect that it deserves. You know, just in general, because that is I tried one jump in practice because I was just like so curious about it. And I was not a jumper. I threw the discus and the shot put. And I got off that board, and I like hit the board and like almost landed on the opposite side of the track. I was like, why are y'all doing this crap? Like what is it that invigorates you and just like makes you want to suffer by doing this event? So for you, what attracted you? And for people who do the long jump or thinking about doing the long jump, don't let my non-athleticism on that moment deter you from doing what you were probably made to do and probably good at. Don't I wasn't good at it. But what is it about the long jump that attracted you to the event? And why do you love it so much?
Right. Um, well, from I started track in 5th grade,
Ooh, Lord.
and yeah, and my coaches who I'll have practice today, Margaret and TJ at JL Elites, um, they are jumps coaches. So I started out doing like long jump, high jump, and then like any running events. So I think I got like a head start on getting really good like technique and stuff, which makes it kind of more fun because you end up doing better. Um, I think just long jump clicks with me. Like it really, I feel like I can understand like my body in the air or on the runway really well. And that's kind of nice because you can fix problems like easier.
Right.
And like long jump doesn't, honestly, like when I was younger and stuff, like I would get scared or like really anxious about running events.
Mhm.
But with long jump, I never got scared. I was like, okay, well, we'll just like try it. Or okay, well, like we'll just go like jump. Um, why I love it, mm, like, I mean, you always like doing. I enjoy doing stuff I'm good at. So I think that's like a component that you can't really like overshadow. Like it's fun
Yeah.
to do things you're good at.
Yeah.
It's that's just like kind of it is, but you can't really that can't be the only reason because you're not always going to be good. You know, you're not going to do well at every meet. Um, so I really like the like dichotomy of long jump where it's so like physical and you do have to have like a certain element of like talent, but then so much of it is like mental and technical. So it's like, okay, I need to like push 4 steps, like run, jump, and then after each like practice jump, I get to go talk with my coach about and like analyze the jump. So I really like the analyzing the like, can you feel this? What did you think about this? Did you hit the board? Like I really enjoy that process. So I really like the kind of mental and the like analytical side
Yeah.
behind long jump a lot.
You look like you're having so much fun out there when you're competing. Um, like there's just so much like joy and passion and just like enthusiasm. It's kind of like me, when I'm eating fried chicken. So like how do you maintain that on a day in and day out basis?
I wish I had someone to like vouch for me. Like I wish like Jazz was here or like Anna or someone to be like I have so much energy. Like
For
it
real?
does not ever end. Like when you said, "Oh, I don't really drink coffee." Like I can drink coffee,
But you don't
but
need coffee. It's like coffee needs you. You don't need coffee. Coffee needs you.
yeah, coffee would drink like me in the morning to wake up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have endless amounts of energy. And I think that kind of, and I just like having fun, I guess. Like, wow, like shocker, but um like at practice, like I want to have fun. And I think there's like a freedom in fun. So I think you jump more free when you're, at least having like a good time. You have to be focused, but like um I have a lot of energy and I think you'll like continue to see throughout this podcast that I'm like kind of animated and like I don't know, I just like you'll see. And
I love it.
so
Listen, yeah.
yeah, I do have it's from my mother who has even more energy than me. So when people meet her, they're like, it makes me look like I'm like asleep. So anyway, like I just have a lot of energy. That's a gift, I guess I
It
have.
it is a gift. Are you a morning person?
Yeah, I can be. Yeah. Like I can be a morning person, I can be a night person. Like I got it.
Oh my gosh, like that is a gift. Because I don't know if I've see people who have energy in the morning, it's supposed to feed off of you. And I'm like, the Grinch who stole breakfast. Go on over there and stand in the corner. Just go stand over there for 5 minutes. Let me think about what I have to do and give myself the appropriate pep talk before I could even try to match energy. Listen, it's good to have energy. I think that's a great thing. Like because I think it stems from just having joy and having fun in what you do. Like if you didn't like doing it, like I don't know how it would work. You working a 9 to 5, coming in with all that energy, but definitely on track. And then everybody can feed off of that energy, especially on the tough
Yeah.
days. So that is very important. All right, we were gonna take a little break from this track talk. We're
All
gonna
right.
get into the hard stuff. What are three things that people do not know about the legend that is Claire Bryant?
Don't know. Okay. I think I realized I knew this, but it's come on the, on the tail end of talking about um energy and stuff. I do have a lot of energy, and I'm very extroverted. Like I feed off other people, whatever. But one thing I think people don't know about me would be when I get back to like my apartment or where I live, it's like a shutdown. Like I like to go into my room, like very low energy, sloth like a little bit. Like I'll still do stuff, but I definitely, I think that's my place of like, I know they say like, oh, if you recharge alone, you're introverted. So maybe I got like a little bit of that.
You
But
see,
I
I don't
talked to,
believe that. No, I don't
yeah, I
believe
don't
that.
know.
That's crap. No,
I talked
that's
to what?
no. I was saying whoever said that needs to say it again and throw both of those chains of thoughts in the trash. That's just total nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
sorry to cut
everyone
you off.
has an element.
But you
I
have
think
to
everyone,
have, yeah, everybody listen, the elements of earth, wind, and fire in their beautiful rendition of a song called Fantasy, they said it best. Every man has a place in his heart, there's a space, and the world can create his fantasy. So yes, you need your own time. But I am so sorry to cut you off.
yes.
But go ahead,
No,
testify. Yeah, let them use you. Go ahead.
you're no, I completely agree. Like I think everyone has an element of that. But yeah, like my element definitely like is shown through like when I'm home and like back in my room because I asked one of my roommates and like from last year and she was like, yeah, I didn't realize that when you come home like you don't talk to anyone. I was like, oh, oops. So that's one. Trying to think of another. Mm, well, a lot of people know this about me, but anyone that has never met me before, I have five brothers and sisters. I have two older brothers, and then there's like four girls, and I'm the fourth kid, and we're all C's, so kind of like a little cult.
Okay. We Coltons. Okay, that's okay. Ooh, I'm thinking maybe a starting five and and a bench player on the basketball squad. Okay.
Honestly.
Oh man,
So yeah.
So you're all C's. All right, give me the C's because I don't want to.
Yes.
I'm trying to guess, but I don't want to guess. But because I'm like
Hey, I
I'm
mean,
not
you
sure.
have six chances to get it right, or five, I guess. You know my name,
So you
but
got Claire. Okay. What about Colt?
no,
Corey?
no,
Caleb?
Caleb, no, Caleb Foster
Chris,
on the team though.
Chris or Christopher?
Wow. Okay, striking out.
I told you I was gonna. I mean, what?
All right, I'll give you.
I'm gonna be
I'll
mad.
give
Carter.
you. You will be wrong. Wow.
What is this? Like CC, CJ, CD, CF?
No, CD. I'll give you one. Connor, my oldest brother.
It's crazy. Go
So
ahead.
Connor, Cooper, Courtney, Claire, Callie, and Kate.
That ain't fair, man. Like, dang.
I
Because
think they
I'm
were a little wider than you were saying.
no, because I'm gosh, Lee. I'm like, Caleb, and it's like, nah,
I
Connor.
know, Corey, striking out.
Corey. It's like we don't even have a sibling that has an O in his name outside of Connor. Like Connor took all the
I know,
O's, so like dang,
right?
that's crazy. You guys are like your little reindeer games, like Dasher, Dancer,
Literally.
literally. But okay, okay. So we got you got the 5 siblings, nice basketball squad, 6 siblings basketball squad. And
Right.
what would be the last one?
What would be the last one? I'm trying to think. That no one knows. Okay, well, I think people do know this because people make fun of me for it, but it's fun. So, um, you might know it because it was in my Instagram bio. It says, I don't
Oh,
like
you hate
your
your
dog.
dogs. I was going to ask about that because I like that. I like that. Everybody's like, oh my God, Frou Frou, he's so nice. Like, don't nobody like Frou Frou like you do. like,
Thank you.
like, come on, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
So I think sometimes I can be a little bit of a combative personality because I like riling people up like that, where it's like, no, I don't like your dog. And they're like, you don't like dogs? I'm like, I don't like your dog.
that's fair.
So I like doing that. But I think, okay, I think an element that no one knows is sometimes I get scared of dogs.
I
So I think that's a element that people don't know.
There's this skit, and I on the show I rile people up. Listen, I am I'm like the hater. Because people are like, I love pumpkin. And that's like, I think pumpkin should be banned, it should be illegal, like all that stuff. I hate pumpkin.
Wow,
Um hate it, hate it, I hate it, hate it.
interesting.
Awful. Just demonic. It is just dispirited, it's disjointed, it is just bad. Um but that's just me. It's a true example, but I was watching this SNL skit. Um, I think they were playing like Black Jeopardy or something like that, and they took your neighbor's dog for 300, and it was like, does this dog bite? And then she answered, it got teeth, don't it? And that's me. Like I'm, it's like
Yes.
it's like Frito don't bite, he don't hurt nobody. I'm like, did you see the teeth on that man? Like, if he was nub, then okay, cool. Then I'm cool. I'll hang
I
out with
know.
Frito Lay, and then they, I don't. We love. So let's just before we get they come after us. We like animals. We do not like
Thank you.
untrained.
Thank you.
We do not like untrained, unruly
You
animals.
are speaking my language. Finally.
Like, and people be
When dogs jump on me, I'm like, please get off. Please get
like,
off of me.
it's like he's excited. I'm like, he could sit there, like, okay, well, once I'm comfortable with him, then that's fine. That's one thing. But they sniff me, like I got something on me. I'm like, listen, I'm not
Right.
like,
I'm like, please. It's like sometimes the dogs can sense me, I think, and they know not to mess around with me. Like sometimes they're like, okay, cool. And I'm like, wow, I like your dog more now. But then some dogs, they're all up on you. And I'm like,
and there's like certain dogs. I had a dog that, and here's was my trauma. In high school, he got me into private parts, and I was just like out
oh
for the count.
no.
So I don't, when you say I don't like your dog, it's like, listen, my people, my dogs and all that stuff, we good. I like them. Adopt, don't shop.
I don't like
Yeah. Um, so just the PSA.
yes.
Um, but I was like, oof. And then because my fear is like, you're gonna be sniffing, you're gonna sniff me. Then one of you decides you don't like me, and then you attack me.
Right.
And I'm like,
I completely
and so like I said,
it's
and so
it's
like I said,
oh
we like dogs. We like dogs because they hate dogs. Cancel them. We hate Florida. We hate lactic acid. We just don't like your dog.
yeah.
We don't like your unruly dog. We
Okay.
don't. There was an old hip hop song that said, "Get back, get back. You don't know me like that." That's how we feel. So
Yes.
we just need a nice process. if your dog is comfortable sniffing, and then there's some big dogs, then I'm like, ooh, 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 you stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here, because them dogs
Right.
jumping fences now, like hurdles. So I it's
They're long jumping.
I don't need the Sydney McLaughlin experience of just being run down and just demolished, you know,
Hunted.
and hunted down by a dog. So we
No.
I heard a pastor preach this sermon. It was a good sermon. He said, "Watch them dogs," and that's what we do. That's all we do. So no, I thought it was funny because it's just like the unruly dogs. That's I think that's us. Like the untrained, unruly dogs are. That's where we have some issues. You mentioned you used to go home and watch Food Network. So I was thinking, like, I'm 28. I didn't start doing that until like a few years ago. What were your go-to shows? Were you like a Chop person?
I was a big Chopped person. And then I liked Cutthroat Kitchen, but I also just liked watching the actual like cooking shows. Like Pioneer Woman, like still has a special place in my heart. Like I will be making her cinnamon rolls for Christmas morning. So like
Me
I would really
too.
watch
I'm
that.
making cinnamon rolls Christmas morning too.
What recipe are you using? You
Pillsbury.
like feels very nice.
Listen,
Yes.
but I was excited. It's like, we ain't only one family. Family, I got you. But
Yes.
yeah, continue on with your love for Rue Drummond. Ree Drummond, Rue Drummond. No, Rue
Free.
is Ree. Ooh, I call her
It's
Rue. My
free.
bad. My bad, Ree. Yeah, Ree, not Rue. Rue is
um
what you used to think of things, but not Rue. But yeah, Ree.
Right. So true. Um, for anyone listening to this podcast, I need you to look up Edna May's sour cream pancakes, and it's a Ree Drummond. It's a Pioneer Woman recipe. Look up Pioneer Woman sour cream pancakes, like whatever.
Edna May.
They, yeah, Edna Edna May, um, or Edna, I don't know. Um, that pancake recipe is the only pancakes I eat now. I make my dad and I like found that recipe online after using like Bizquick like pancake mix for like years, and we have
Ooh,
since switched to this one, and it is really good. And don't let the sour cream like
no.
freak people out, because anyone that's had like a chocolate bundt cake or like a really good chocolate cake, there's probably been sour cream in it. So
Listen, we from
it's
the South, so we eat something called sour cream pound cakes.
exactly, yeah.
And let me try to tell y'all something. You need I don't know where that sour cream is, but I think they've used that sour cream that they use at Chipotle. That stuff that just run like a river that just tastes so good. Shout out to Daisy, the sister Daisy.
Right.
But I'm I may wait till after the new year to try that because that is
I need you to though.
no to the
And you can
new.
DM me like how you think about it.
I will. Like, I didn't know those were a thing. And they're easy to make. While you were talking, I pulled up the recipe.
It's
And
like
it's
5 ingredients.
it's sour cream, flour, sugars, baking soda, salt, eggs, extract.
Eggs.
You
Boom.
know, you whip it up and then you hit the nay and
Hmm.
then it's all good
Good to
like
go.
that. Yeah, that is
It's so
something.
good.
That is something I'll try. See, Ree Drummond, I look at her make stuff and I'm like, ooh, I feel the diabetes already. she,
Oh, you cannot think about that.
what you mean? You see? It's like, listen, if you bought a pound of sugar, you haven't used enough. I'm like, Ree, like I need you make me buy a cow for all this butter
Yeah.
and 2 pounds of sugar. She made a
No,
blueberry
it
and
is frightening sometimes.
yeah, and I'm
It's
like Riri, I can't make this. Like, what you doing? Can we get this? No, I want the sugar free, but the low sugar, and just take a
no. And
couple
she
cups.
said, absolutely not. She says, I will not do that for you because it will taste better how I'm doing it. And then she's like, and then you're like, all right, fine. And then you're enjoying it every
And
time.
then you go to the doctor and be like, "What you did?" I'm like, "Oh, Sister Ree made a blueberry cobbler. She did one day, and I just wanted to like to
No.
eat my TB." Um, and that thing looked good. It had that had so much sugar. Ooh. But
Okay.
like I'm not mad at it. See, I love diners, drive-ins, and dives.
I
Um,
also watched that. That was a
Triple
good one.
D, are you a bacon championship fan?
Um, that's the one. Yeah, yeah. Where I mean, is that like the Cupcake Wars or which one's the baking
Like
championship?
the
Because let me
holiday
tell you,
bacon
I've watched
okay.
every.
Okay. The holiday
Yeah,
bacon
yeah, I've watched
championships.
it. That's a good
I
one.
I couldn't really watch this season. I watched I did watch the holiday bacon championship because there's actually someone in Orlando who was on it. But I don't know. Like I love Food Network. I have a hard time watching Chopped though. And then
Really?
I do now I do, but I have a question for you. I was
Okay.
asking one of my friends this. Do you think Beat Bobby Flay is rigged? He's not listening, so don't
Uh,
worry about it.
rigged is well, like, what do you mean by that? Like,
They rig it for him to win because there are certain
I mean,
dishes that I'm like, listen, like Bobby, a soul food plate and something else, and Bobby's like, I've never cooked really soul food, so I'm gonna use some carbonaro chilies, which he uses in everything, and make a collard green souffle. And I'm like, ain't no way
you're
he
like,
won.
that is, yeah,
Like his stuff looked drier than the Sahara Desert. Ain't no way he won. You want to make throw them both in the trash, like throw them away. Like don't do that.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
curious from an outsider's point of view.
yeah, yeah. I'd say like it's not believable that the judges don't know. Like, I'm sure they know whose is who.
Yeah,
Um, and then I'm sure I mean, like, let's say Bobby, he can't lose to every, like, he can't keep, he can't lose. I'm sure I mean, he's a really good cook, so I'm sure he can whip together some really good stuff pretty easily. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit more political than like just like let me taste these two dishes, which is
yeah,
best. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I think
It's
there's probably some behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. Oh, for sure, for sure. Let me ask you this: what is your go-to meal to cook?
Well, this year we have the new dining facility at for like all Florida athletes.
Yeah, that
Um,
thing is
and
amazing.
it is so nice. I love it. Oh my gosh, I spend so much time there. Um, like during finals week, I'm like reading and like laying in the massage chair, or like, and then like I go over for lunch and get like a really good sandwich and stuff like that. So this year, me and my roommate have never turned on or like never used our stove. We've never dirtied a pan ever because all of our meals are like made
It's
for us.
yeah, you might as well. I'm with that.
Yes.
I'm with that.
But last year I
Uh-oh.
cooked every meal, or like I cooked breakfast and dinner for myself every day. And for dinner, I lived off of rice last year. We had a rice cooker at our apartment. Those things are magic. I'd put like a little like chicken stock in there sometimes. That
That's
was
what
really
you do.
good.
That's what you do. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Lord. Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
that was so good. Yes. And then put a little, like maybe a little, I don't know, just like a bunch of different little spices in there. Or I mean, sometimes plain is also good. But the chicken stock was a pro tip, like pro move. And then I cooked a lot of chicken thighs. I really like chicken thighs. Chicken thighs are better than chicken breasts. I don't like that's just how it
Ye-
is. They just have more
I
flavor.
don't want to admit that. Like, stop, man. Because I've been busting out chicken thighs too. They hold seasoning better than chicken
Yes.
breast,
Yes.
far better than chicken breast. Um, and then there is more flavor
Yeah.
in them. So Yeah, now you want to admit that, but you're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Also, skin on for me. I need like I really like skin. Whoa, I need you to calm down. Because skin on is better if you do it right. Okay. If you do it wrong, it's weird because it's like kind of like slippery and stuff. But I would cook them in a pan and then I would put it in our oven to like 500, 400. Throw it in there and get the skin where it's like a crackling.
so why don't
Where
you
it's like
just
a
fry
bone.
it? Just fry it.
I might as well, but I can't eat fried chicken
That's a
as a college athlete every dinner for every dinner.
you don't know that.
It's
You haven't tried it. You haven't tried it. If you want
I
to get
haven't tried fried chicken.
if you want to be a champion, I'm trying to tell you. All you need to do, I'm telling you, that will get you listen. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to tell you. Try it. You'll be an indoor champion. You'll be indoor world
I
champion,
need
not
to
even
start.
NCAA champion.
Yes. I need to start lying to people. And they're like, what did you do, for your season? Like, what did the Florida Gators? It's like, we ate fried chicken for every single meal. We're like
Literally.
sabotaging people.
Like, really? Man, that's a way to win. That's a way. Man,
Like, we
really?
eat fried chicken for
Man, I was up there giving me a 2-piece and a biscuit with a side of rice. Put that chicken stock in
and a
there with some
Coke.
parsley. Ew. I see. I stopped drinking soda in 7th grade, so like everything's like ew. Like I don't even drink soda no
Wow.
more.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I was playing football, and I drank a cherry
Fair.
Coke or a Pepsi. And everybody's all good, and I got hit, and I was like, oof. I feel that Coke coming up. That cherry Coke. Oof. Lord, no.
Oh, okay. It got ruined for you.
Yeah, it was bad, and you know how hot it get down here. So that was in August. So I was like, nah, let me just stop drinking soda. Oddly enough, I will drink a nice sweet tea, but
Sweet tea's good.
chicken skin on chicken thighs. I'm with it. I'll try it. I haven't thought about going to 500 degrees. Um,
Yeah. Like get them cooked and then you can put tinfoil over it and put it in there if it needs like a little bit longer.
okay.
And then you just blast it with some
Ugh.
heat. It's
Ugh.
good.
Okay. Okay, Claire. Like, dang. Like, Claire was just like, don't you dare. Like, she was with my mama or something like that. Like, what?
Exactly.
Nah, ain't nobody doing that. No. What's your outside of that new amazing complex? Because I have seen it, and I was like, ooh, can I get a snack? Um, but naturally, I'm not an athlete. What are the best places, in your opinion, to eat in Gainesville?
Mm, every weekend I eat miapa because it's on red card. It's like we get money there. We get money at like 15 different spots. And I use it
Hmm,
exclusively at miapa now.
okay.
It's so good.
I don't know. I've never
But
heard of that
no,
one.
okay. I think there might be some in Orlando. I'm not sure because I think it is a chain. I think it started in Miami.
Well,
So if you do have one,
I've been to Gainesville.
okay,
But I just haven't seen it there. Let me go ahead and oh, the Latin Cafe. Okay. I got you. Okay.
okay. Another spot that's so good. I had it as my last meal before I came back to Houston. Um, is La Tienda,
Okay.
and it's Mexican and but it's like super authentic and like there's like a main dining area and then you go down a hallway and there's now like a like Mexican supermarket and like
Ooh.
all like little like Mexican candies, stuff like that. So it's like super fun. But I would get okay, I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but whatever. The like birria tacos. Oh my gosh. So good.
I've had
So good. They're like,
I've
have you had them?
yes, I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
They different.
I really
It's
I
different.
like them a lot.
Um I was like fully expecting you to say like satchels. Um or
Tacos is
something
pretty
like
good,
that.
yeah.
But that's kind of like basic Gainesville. Like I feel like everybody goes
Exactly.
there. But
You
you
need to go
actually
to
went
La
to
Tienda.
yeah, you actually went to the good stuff. Next, I'm in Gainesville. I'm definitely gonna hit that up.
Yeah.
what is I told you earlier, I've been to Houston. I didn't like Houston. Um because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to people in Houston. It was just a couple things that happened. First, I was trying, for whatever reason, it's like 11 o'clock, and I just wanted something to drink, like some Gatorade or something. I ended up in somewhere I knew I was not supposed to be. And I'm like, I'm just
Hmm.
trying to go. I'm just trying to get some Gatorade, brother trying to hydrate and stuff like that. And then I
Right.
remember flying out of Houston, and 20 minutes in, the pilot goes, "We have now finally flown out of Houston." I'm like, We've been in the air? I didn't realize it was that big for 20 minutes. I'm like, dang. And then I was a little
Yeah.
disappointed. I will say this. I did not like the barbecue there. And we were next to I actually did go to a place called Irma's. It's on Triple D, and it's next to the Minute Maid Park. But
Okay.
I did not like the barbecue there. Outside of
Oh,
this, and this is what made it weird, Claire. I had a pulled pork sandwich that would
solid.
make you want to testify. It would change your life around. It would there was some
Repent.
repent, find the Lord, find him, seek him while you may be found. It
Yeah.
listen, made you I had a new walk after I ate that sandwich. I'm just trying to tell you, and it's so weird. It's so weird
Okay.
because
What's the problem?
Texas is not known for pork.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
but the brisket and all that stuff, girl, that was not good. The Frito pie, I was like, Frito nine, no, fam. Like
No.
where do I have to go to get me some good Q?
Um, okay, I do like barbecue. I really only like it when other people are paying for it because it's kind of expensive. It's out of my
That's
budget.
no, that's food for me. If that's what
Yeah.
people like, you guys want to go out for drinks? I'm like, okay, well, I see you making nine figures. Who you paying for it? Like
Right.
So
Yeah, is this like
yes,
a treat? So I don't
yes,
really go to barbecue that much, but I really like the place like it's down the street from my house, called Good Company Barbecue. That one's really solid, honestly. It's got like good sides. Their jalapeno bread, like really good. It's not just they don't just give you like white bread to soak up the, sauce. So that place is solid. I
what
feel
was
like um
go ahead,
huh?
go ahead.
It's called Good Company Barbecue. I feel
Okay,
like Houston's honestly known more for like its Mexican food. Like of course it's known for barbecue, but like when I think of Houston, I think of Mexican food or like Tex-Mex.
what was it
I
like
don't
growing
know.
up in Houston?
Well, I think I like okay, I really like Houston. I don't
And
like
I'm
the
sorry,
traffic.
I didn't mean to district the traffic. Oh my lord.
The traffic is not amazing. It's
Especially
not
when it
amazing.
rains, especially when it rains. Like, it
Yeah,
is,
when it rains, it pours here a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit
yeah,
much.
it's
So
bad.
there's definitely some things about Houston that are not great. Like, yeah, like that. But as I moved away, like when I moved away to Gainesville, really small college town, I was like, wow, like I think I didn't get everything I could have out of Houston. Like I really like comedy shows. That's something people don't know
Yes.
about me. Like I really like comedy shows. And then I started, senior year of high school and a little bit. And now I love music and I realize like so many artists go through Houston.
Yeah.
So many comedians go through Houston. Like there's so much culture in Houston and like every ethnicity, every type of food you could ever wonder is in Houston. So I was like, man, I really wish I don't think I took advantage of how big Houston is despite that being sometimes a problem. I was like, oh, I didn't really get everything I could have out of Houston. So I think there's a lot to offer.
Beyonce came from Houston, if I'm not mistaken.
And Lizzo and
And
Travis Scott.
Lizzo and all that. Oh, okay. So she about it. Okay, I see you, Claire. What kind of music are you into? Are you like singing or just? And the comedy shows like sketch comedy.
No, like I like I've been to like an open mic before, which was just like fun, but I really do like if I could go to one comedian right now, I think I'd want to go to Sam Morril. He's based out of New York and he's really
Okay.
like dry and stuff. I really like him. And then I like Theo Vaughn, who's like he's from Louisiana and he is like I don't understand how his mind works. He says like the most outrageous things ever.
It's
So
so
I
bad.
really do.
Yeah.
I like them.
What about the music
But
scene that you were telling me about? Are you like a music junkie, or
music,
are you a singer?
I I am not a singer. Um, I love music though. I oh my gosh, like the Spotify Wrapped. My top person was okay. My top person was this sing or like this band called Palace, which is like I guess like I would wrap up my music as like indie and then branches of that like indie pop, indie rock kind of things. I don't know, or like modern rock. I don't know, honestly. But I also am like a Taylor Swift fan. So I kind of hit all genres. Like
What
I like Palace and Joji, but then I also like Taylor Swift. So
what's this what you think about this new album she just dropped?
I really like it. I do really like it.
Do
I'm
you
not
like,
gonna lie.
is it her best in your opinion?
I think it's impressive that Taylor Swift, um, she's how like many songs I like of hers. Like you can go and you can find like a person, on Spotify or like an artist and be like, "Oh, I like this one song." But I'm like, "Okay, I like 30 Taylor Swift songs." I think that's impressive. I
It
don't know if
is
it's her
impressive.
it's hard to be like her best when a lot of her albums are really different. So, but it's up
She,
there.
I actually got a chance to go to one of her concerts. Um, back in 2013, somebody was like, "Oh, you want to go?" And I was like, "Why not?" High fived her mom, and she does perform. That was my first introduction to Ed Sheeran. And
Oh.
she, because I was like, "Who is this dude?" I'm like, "He all right, I
Right.
guess." Um, but she does put on a good concert.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So listen, I've met a lot of Swifties. Now you can't say nothing about Taylor Swift. You cannot say anything about her because you'll die.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm fine with that. I don't really care about I'm not like a devout fan, but like I like her music.
Comedy is an interesting kind of tidbit because see, all the comedians that I like, they have told some of the worst jokes, but they're like that's like it's just like I can't, like I was a fan of like Bernie Mac like back in the day, and Cedric the Entertainer, and
Dave Chappelle.
Dave. See, I didn't really watch too much Dave Chappelle
Okay.
until like recently. So it's like hard for me to say like I'm a fan because I just haven't really listened to him that much.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff he has said is kind of funny. That I have seen. Obviously, like it just depends on the clips that you see, because you can see something really
Right.
funny, and then you can see a clip that's like, oh, okay, Dave. Chris Rock is pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris Rock had some funny jokes back in the day. Chris Tucker is actually really funny. Because he's like friends with Michael. He was friends with Michael Jackson, and so he like tells these like outrageous stories
Okay, he's got
about stuff like that. So nah, I'm with you on the comedy thing. The Southern comedians I find funny because, like you said, the way their mind works, and you just don't know what they're gonna say or how they're gonna say
Yes.
it. And it's just like, how did you conceive such a thought? Um,
It's baffling.
and it's just mind blowing. A couple more topics, then we're gonna wrap this thing up with a bow. What is life like for Claire when she's not on the grind, competing at UF, jumping over obstacles, beating all these little kids out here on the college scene, making them rethink if they should be a part of the long jump and go do the, I don't know. do the Heisman, do something. I don't know. Like what
Mm,
is fun like for you?
okay. Um, what's a fun one? I really like thrifting.
Okay.
Um, I really have gotten into it. Thrifting for clothes and stuff, but also for like um decor.
Hmm.
I really like doing that. So I'll like go to Goodwills or like honestly like I'll go to basically like garage sales and get a bunch of like frames, like weird frames or old I just got like a bunch of old Life magazines, like the really big ones from like the 50s and
Okay.
60s
I
and
see you.
like yeah, and like cut stuff out of that and then like put it on my wall. So I really that's like what I do for fun. Like when school was over, but we were still there practicing, you have so much of the day, until practice. And I really enjoy just going into random stores and like a Tractor Supply store. I'm like, I'm there. So
What you
I
look
really like
what you're looking for in a Tractor Supply store?
you'll never know what you find. There's Carhartt there, and people don't realize that.
Okay.
There's really cool stuff. There's little like ducklings. I don't know,
Oh, okay,
but I
okay.
really enjoy doing that. And then probably like hanging out with. I mean, hanging out with friends is kind of like duh, but probably like doing stuff with them, like I'm in like a Bible study with a lot of my close friends, and I really do like enjoy that. That's like a fun. That's a day. Like that's like a fun. I don't know. It's a growing time for me, and I feel like friends. And then also like I don't know. I like playing games like catchphrase or like board games kind of things. I really like that.
What's the go-to board game?
I really like catchphrase. It's like the one where it says like carrots and you just have to describe it. It's like on a machine. I
Yeah.
describe it to my team and they guess carrots and then it's like the next team. I That game gets intense. People get scared to play. I am obviously on the track I'm competitive, but like
But it's different
off the
catchphrase.
track I'm more no, like off the track I am more competitive, which is kind of insane. And I'm like, how do I get that competitiveness in board games on the track? Like I need to figure that one out, but
It's
it's fun.
it's
I
hard
like
to
doing that.
explain, but Connect Four, that's my game right there.
I
That's
just
that's my
played
game.
that.
Really.
I just played that with my boyfriend during Thanksgiving. It was so fun.
I
I
am a
need to play it.
Connect Four brother myself, and let me tell you something.
Wow.
It only take me 2 or 3 times to lose before I start flipping that board like Jesus was flipping tables at the temple, girl. I just I just that's just I don't like, but there are certain games like I hate Uno. Like you can
I
only
don't
draw
like Uno either.
like, and then you get draw forward like 32 times, and it's like, okay, this is intentional. Like you don't want me to
And
win this game.
everyone has different game or different rules. I'm like, enough.
Yes, there's no universal. So I feel that like those board games is some about them that it's like, on the track, it's like, yeah, I gotta win, but it's like, like if you with those board games, especially catchphrase, because catchphrase is like, how are you not getting what I'm telling you? Like, what is wrong? It's not a me thing. It's not me. It's you. Like,
It's like, yeah, there's a
so
cognitive issue. Yeah.
honestly, like it's like you have to do a training camp. Like, listen, we have to go back and watch the film, and we kind of have to figure out what y'all did wrong.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I have never had to apologize after a track meet, right? Like I've never been like to my competition, like, hey guys, I'm sorry for how I acted. After catchphrase in other games, I've acted like I've had to apologize. Been like, I am so sorry I cursed at you. That's on me.
Oh, you be out there
Like
cussing.
it was a moment. It was a moment. I did win though. Um But so it's like I think that's a good point where it's like I've never apologized to my competition or teammates at a
Okay.
track meet.
I will never play a board game with you as long as I live on this earth. Uh I don't know. I'll be bad. Just I'm drawing you SOB. What is wrong with you? Or something like that. I'll be like, Claire, what about Jesus? What
Sorry.
you doing? And
No, you would think, yeah.
uh
Yeah.
no, listen, it's okay. It's okay. It's you about it. You're about it. I'm not mad at it. Want to wrap this up, got rapid fire, but I wanted to ask you this question. How has your faith impacted you on this journey? Throughout college and your long jump, and then just in the remarkable things that you continue to do.
I think I realized more and more that my faith isn't just like something to like utilize or something that like helps me in track. I think I've realized that it's like that's everything. And track can come alongside that. So I think I've like throughout my college career kind of like switched those two things where it's like track and then it's like, oh, I hope my faith can help. But now it's been like my faith and moving towards that and understanding like why I'm at Florida or like why I'm on my team. And it's like for that reason. And then track can like help it. So my I think last year, honestly, I didn't do as well individually as I would have wanted. But this fall, um, I feel like I've really moved towards like God and like my faith and really put a lot of not like work, but just like kind of understood like, hey, like I like want to this is what I want to be about. Like I want to buy in to faith and like into all that. Um and use and then think about track. So it is really not just like impacted, but it's like I think I realize now it's like that's everything. So I am so grateful, honestly, that like God has allowed me to kind of come to that understanding. I'm not done yet, I haven't figured it all out, but come to that understanding now and then be able to like, keep improving. But I've really, I don't know, just come to realize like, wow, like I am put on this team for more than just like jumping far. Like I'm put on this team to like impact others and hopefully like help others in that journey and like all of the gifts God has given me, like whether physical or like personality wise, all these different deals, they're made to like serve him. And hopefully that comes through, maybe not in board games, but in other areas of my life. Hopefully it shows through like my faith. Like when you ask like, oh, what's three things people don't know about you? I wanted to be like, oh, like that I'm a Christian, but I'm like, I would hope people know that about me if they've been around me.
Yeah.
But
Yes. No, it's we just need to play the Jesus game, Um, you know, who was he born of? Raise your hand, a virgin, something like that. Um,
right.
you know, things like that. It's a human nature thing to be competitive, but no, I think it's cool. Just I don't know, faith gives you perspective because it gives you perspective in the W's and then helps give perspective in the L's. Um, Last question: what are you the most excited about this season? Actually, scratch that. What advice would you give for younger athletes who are trying to follow in your footsteps?
Mm, I would say like don't follow in my footsteps. I would say like make your own footsteps because everyone's is gonna look different for sure. Like, um, but that's kind of cliche. So, I would say like, um, really ask yourself if you're passionate about this. I would be like, it really does take a lot of work. Um, And I don't think I'd be able to do it if I didn't like really love it and then really find a bigger purpose like through my faith. Like I'm praying during workouts, you know, I'm singing worship songs like during workouts. But I would really I'm like help. But
I need you, Jesus, to come to my
literally I'm like
rescue.
running like this. Jazz can attest to that. I'm like, I will be singing this. Um, but really, I think, um, like, know yourself and be like, I would really just I would tell people, like, ask yourself the hard questions where it's like, do I really want to be a college athlete or like, am I just supposed to be because I'm good? Like, or it's like, oh, like, or is everyone just telling me that I should, yeah, you know, do athletics or whatever? Um, so my advice would just be like ask yourself as many questions as you know you think, or ask yourself the questions that kind of like scare you. Like, why am I
Wow.
doing this?
Yes, like really. That would be me working out. I under at UF, I would be. What are you singing? Are you talking to yourself? No, I'll be singing. Pass me not, oh gentle Savior. Like help me.
Literally.
But you have survived the interrogation process. Now we're going to get to the hard stuff. It is a quick segment called Down the Home Stretch. I'm going to ask you a few rapid fire questions, and I want you to answer them to the best of your ability. If I ask you to elaborate on an answer, it does not count against the time. If you do not answer these questions as fast as you can, I don't care. It's all good. It don't matter. It's all fun. It's all love. So we are looking to start the new year off with a W. Are you ready?
Yes.
If there was a food that you had to live with and a food that you could live without, what would they be?
Live without pickles. Live
Ooh,
with tacos.
what pickles did to you? What's wrong with them?
They're bad. That's what they did.
Oh, that's. We need to pray for you. We'll add you to the prayer list. Okay, if last television show that you binge watched,
Bear. It's the cooking one. You should watch it. It's on
Bear,
Hulu.
Bear.
Yeah, it's called The Bear. The Bear.
Okay,
Yeah.
the bear. If there was anybody in this world that is living that you could have dinner with, who would it be?
Hmm. Shoot. That's living. I don't know. There's so many people.
Okay, two people.
I want to say like some kind of celebrity. Maybe like I think it'd be fun to eat with like you know if it was you know fun. Maybe like Sophie Turner, you know, from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Um that'd be really fun. Uh maybe living another one like oh, Emma Chamberlain. Honestly, I'm a
Emma
fan.
Chamberlain. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong. Emma, Sophie, can we make this happen? Come on now. I know y'all listen to the show.
Uh, let's go.
I got you. I got you. All right, few more questions. If they were to make a movie about your life, who was the character that you would want to play your character? Who was the actress that you would want to play your character?
Oh no, I don't maybe maybe like Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's really funny.
I can see
I
that.
could see that. I think she's expressive, so I think it might work. I don't know. She doesn't really look like me, but whatever.
Most underrated holiday song.
um, ooh, I don't know. I don't listen to a whole lot of holiday songs.
Devastating. Devastating. She doesn't like Christmas. It's so
I
bad.
know. Honestly, I don't know. I gotta pass on that one. I don't have like an underrated. I feel like all the songs I'll know, or maybe like the '54 convertible, blue, like bright blue.
Santa Baby.
Um, say I like Santa Baby, but see that's like pretty generic.
Okay, that's fine. It could be underrated. That's fair. She doesn't like Christmas. That's so sad. That's so bad. Okay, if you could be the guest on any talk show, what would it be?
Um, maybe like the Jimmy Fallon one. I feel like he does fun things, and then I feel like that's just what I think of because I watch so many YouTubes of like the Tonight Show of Jimmy Fallon. Or like I don't know, maybe like a Howard Stern like radio one would be cool. But you usually have to be a musician.
Yeah, that's true. I would love to see you on his segment freestyling with the Roots. I think that would be kind of lit. Not
I think
even
I'd
gonna lie.
flop. That'd be funny though.
It'd be good. A couple more questions, two more questions. If you and Ree Drummond sat down in the kitchen and you guys were to create a destination dish, what would you cook?
Shoot. What would we make? Maybe like I think she could cook like a good soup. And then okay, maybe like a really good soup. And then like with the roux and because I've never really made that, so that'd be fun. So like if we could make like a roux with like different vegetables, no celery. I don't like celery. Um and different stuff like that, and then bake bread that you like dip into it. So we could
Okay.
get like a two. I could get like a bake and a cooking thing.
All right. Bonus question. Theme song to describe your life or any song.
Um, I really like the song. It's called Only to Live in Your Memories by Night Moves. It's you, I don't know. You can listen to it after, but it's really good and it's has like a lot going on in the song. Um, but I really like it. And I think that might be it. Yeah.
Last question. Why does kindness matter to you?
Why does kindness?
Yes, why does kindness matter to you? Why does being kind matter to you?
I like that. Um, I think it's like, I like that question. I like that. Like, why does it matter? Because it's like, oh, well, you're just like supposed to be kind. Um, I think it's like, why shouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't you be? I think like sometimes if I'm like, like being rude to my little sister or something, I'm like, why wouldn't you, like be the best you can be right now in this situation? Um, like, and I feel like God has kind of tasked us with, being his image. So as a Christian, I'm like, I want to represent who I'm repping well. But also for whoever you're affecting, when you're being kind, like you don't really know how deep that's going to go. And like when you're being mean, like you never know, I think, how much that affects people. So I think like why does it matter? Um I think it's like I would just ask myself like why wouldn't I want to be the best in this moment? Like why not be the best? I don't know.
Claire, you have survived down the home stretch. You killed it. You aced it. All thriller, no filler. That's how we roll, as I say, as the official mayor or as the official reporter of Flavortown, USA. Tell the people where they can find you and support your journey.
um My Instagram is Claire Bryant _ very easy. And honestly, just tune in to track. Like I'll be doing indoor outdoor season this upcoming 2023 year and um hopefully go beyond the collegiate, year or collegiate season this year. And I'm just really excited and I hope this was entertaining. And yeah, just give me a follow if you'd like, Claire Bryant _
Listen, what Claire's trying to say is that UF is coming for what only they know how to do, and that is all they do is win, win, win. And she doesn't want to say it, so I'll say it for her. She just wants to say that there are going to be 2 spots on that Budapest team that will be taken by UF Gators. That's what she's trying to say. That's okay. Bernie Mac said, Bernie Mac will say, I said what you scared to say. Claire is coming for it. And listen, don't be surprised when she balls out. Appreciate everybody listening. Until next time, peace, love, and chicken grease.